Good day, everyone, and welcome to our live event hosted by iSupport Worldwide. I'm Alexi, your recruitment marketing strategist, and together with me is Paolo, your assistant content strategy manager. And today we are excited to discuss numerous opportunities and trends within the tech industry in our very first episode of Tech Talk.
We know that the tech industry has been booming in recent years, but we also know there are many challenges ensuring that everyone has equal access to these opportunities. The New York Times described hiring in tech as bonkers. 81% growth in hiring in the last 4 years, with no signs of slowing down. With so much demand in business development countries, it comes as no surprise that there is also becoming a demand in areas that offer outsourcing and offshoring solutions, the Philippines being one of them. As a result, there are many tech hiring job open roles right here in the Philippines.
Indeed, tech hiring remains red hot in today's business landscape, showing no signs of slowing down. Tech is a massive industry that provides plenty of openings. But of course, breaking into the tech industry comes with potential roadblocks. It can be quite intimidating. But this is exactly what this discussion aims to provide you, our viewers.
If you are thinking of landing a job within the tech industry or improve the skills and expertise you need to climb up the ladder, we're here to help. For this episode, we have advocates from our team who thrive to become the executives and managers they are now.
You will also hear from one of our hiring managers regarding career development tips in the IT and tech sector, starting with how to ensure you increase your chances of landing your dream IT role using your CV and resume.
Moreover, we are visiting different areas affected by groundbreaking tech, starting with SEO and content marketing. So, Alexi, let's get started.
Welcome to iSupport Worldwide's Tech Talk.
So again, what an exciting time to be in IT and tech today. If you are looking to enter the industry and develop your career in the field, it is best to learn from those who are already excelling.
Today we have our very own Raf Tirante. For this episode, we will learn from the prominent tech leader in our organization. Welcome to our show, Raf.
Thanks for having me, guys. My name is Raf Tirante, and I'm currently working as Senior Infrastructure Engineer here at iSupport Worldwide, and I've been here for more than 4 years.
Wow, 4 years. That's quite good now, right?
Right.
So of course, we want to know all about your passion and drive. So our first question would be, what made you decide to pursue this role in IT and tech?
Yep. Basically, way back on my high school days before I entering my college, my hobby is fixing a computer hardware. Then at that point, I have an idea on what will be my course I will be choosing when I go to college. But there's a struggle when trying to find a school and offering some courses related with the information technologies. And luckily, I found the Asian College School, which is located at the Quezon City. I graduated with the degree of Bachelor of Information Technology with Mobile and Application Programming.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Raf. So that said, do you think your college days really helped you advance your career?
Not really, because I graduated with the major in programming, but right now I'm on the more on technical side. I'm on network administration and system administration.
Alright, so with that said, how were you able to gather your skills and knowledge for this specific role, knowing that your tertiary education, your college degree, was a different tech path, right?
Actually, it's more on being more on a sponge with your seniors, adapting their skill set, their work ethics, and on how they do things and how do they projects work and other stuff like that.
I see. Wow, sponge to your seniors. Thank you for taking that initiative. It is certainly what sets people apart. And we're lucky to have you guys on our team, you, Raf, and your teammates, because we've heard a lot of good things about our IT division. As it turns out, they have always maintained 100% uptime and monitoring, as well as received a certificate of compliance from a PCI QSA firm.
Congratulations!
Congratulations, Raf.
Thank you guys.
What does the PCI compliance and certification mean for our company?
Right.
Actually, the PCI compliance is making sure that our security here in our company for the files, databases, credit card information for our clients is all safe.
Customer data.
Yeah, right. So, as part of the PCI compliance, our team is making sure that the company does have 100%
100%.
security locked on our devices, that making sure that there's no exploit or any breaches that will happen inside or outside our network.
Right. So that gives
That's
our
great.
clients a lot of confidence. Hopefully,
Yeah.
with the PCI compliance certificate. Right. So when it comes to being an IT or tech professional, how do you keep up with all these advancements or all these changes within the IT? Because I know IT is an ever-evolving landscape, right?
Of
The
course.
trends will evolve, the trends
So
will
fast.
advance. Yeah, that's great. How does one keep up with those kinds of
Changes.
Changes.
Actually, it will start to yourself on how do you make sure that your skill set is still catching up with the right trends on the information technology, but most important is your willingness to do the studying, the adapting on the
Wow, we should do it by ourselves. Can you suggest a few courses or maybe a few platforms where our tech professionals or aspiring tech professionals can study?
Actually, right now, for the IT industry, there's a lot of plenty tutorial videos on the internet that you can attend and get some certification.
Right.
And some of them, they are paid training, some of them, they are free training.
Right. How about the platforms? Some of the. Can you name a few?
Actually, they're looking for their part of the network engineers. I would suggest would be taking the CCNA network certification. That will help their career on the network side. For the system administration, they can get a certification for the MCSA, more on the Microsoft system certification.
Which is an important part of the business.
Exactly. And that's something that our applicants would love to know. Thanks for the advice, Raf. So after all, being in IT and tech is all the talk today. They are in demand worldwide, and the Philippines do have some of the most talented IT professionals. Even in AI and sensory technology, and especially at tech support and systems administration. There are plenty of branches where Filipinos can excel at. So can you share a few?
Yep. Actually, for the information technology, there's a lot of branches. It started with the programming, the web designing is part of the IT as well. The network, for the network, there's system administration, there's a DevOps, there's a, what do you call that? Mobile programmer.
Those are very
and a lot of more part for the information technology.
right. So looks like we have a lot of avenues for aspiring tech professionals out there. Can you give one last piece of advice when let's say we're trying to get people in tech in the Philippines?
Just follow your heart and make sure to do what you do.
All right, that's good advice.
Right.
That's
Thank
good
you for
advice.
that advice. So future IT professionals, we hope you got all of those because that ends our segment. Thank you so much, Raf, for imparting knowledge and sharing your journey with our viewers.
Thank you so
Alright,
much.
thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tech is such a massive sector that it affects nearly every area of life. And we can call it tech talk without talking about the huge elephant in the room, artificial intelligence. New tools and innovations, primarily generative AI like ChatGPT and Midjourney, are possibly some of the most disruptive technologies we have today. The capabilities these new technologies have shown seem endless. In fact, it's already causing massive shifts and changes in the SEO and content marketing industry. To help us understand what these shifts are, we have Brian Martinez, our SEO Manager. Welcome, Brian.
Hi.
Hi, Pao. Hi, Lexi.
Hi there, Brian. Thank you so much for being here. So we have here the most frequently asked questions from our followers. So are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Great. So first question, what are the implications of generative AI tech in the SEO and content marketing field?
In SEO, AI is a big game changer because it can help you create a content in just one click. It can give you information that you needed in just one click. It can give you anything that you need to do content, link building, and also optimize your website in just one click.
It's really amazing, right? But personally, what has changed in your workflow due to disruptive technologies like this?
Most of the time, we use AI to gather information about a specific company, gather resources for our link building, and just like the recent times, I used AI to help me create HTML, CSS, JavaScript to help me track all my users from the website.
I see.
Alright, how about in content marketing? Has anything changed due to generative AI?
We are more cautious when it comes to AI-generated content because of the quality that it produces.
Okay.
Right, so the very important question that we have, what can applicants do to prepare for these new tools and technology?
My advice for the applicants, be more updated when it comes to the latest trends in SEO.
Right.
Read a lot more about SEO, a lot of SEO articles, join groups so you can share knowledge, gain knowledge from the top SEO experts, and join some conference. There are a lot of free conference around the internet.
Okay. As a verdict of generative AI, do you think that it is overall a completely helpful tool that everyone should use?
In my opinion, it depends on how you will use it, because we usually use AI to, like I said a while ago, to help us create a list of links. Like for example, if I need a series of or a list of links or business directories that I need, it can give me a few, but there are some limitations. Like I tried before getting here, I tried some tests because I tried to create. I asked an AI or ChatGPT to be exact. I tried to create 1,000 links of business directories, but
imagine that.
it can't. It just give me a few for the AI that's usable for me.
What are some of the most popular software that people can use in terms of artificial intelligence and generative AI?
ChatGPT is one of the most popular, and right now we are using Tome or Tome.ai.
What does it do?
If you want to create online presentation, PowerPoint, and PDFs, Notion.so. If you want to create a blog that's fully AI generated, including images.
Wow!
It's amazing.
Job easier for everyone.
Yeah. And also, I just discovered this AI website. It's Friday.ai. It's also used for blogging and also articles, but it's a paid AI.
It's a what?
Paid.
Paid. Alright. They are very useful for SEO, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's really informative, Brian. Thank you so much. I'm sure that this would really help our active job seekers. So again, thank you so much, Brian, for guesting here. We hope that we could have you again here.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Brian. Now that we know what it takes to be an IT and tech professional, it is time to help you increase your chances in landing that dream tech role you've always wanted. And part of the process involves an interview with a hiring manager. And what a way to make a first good impression by wowing them with your resume. And to help us with that, we have our recruitment manager, Rodney and Aaron.
Rodney's responsibilities include taking charge of client collaboration and communication, ensuring that every employee we hire is up to par with their standards. He is one of the amazing leaders of the talent acquisition team here at iSupport Worldwide, and he will impart knowledge on how aspiring tech professionals can improve their resume.
Hello, Sir Rodney.
Hi, Rodney.
Thank you for having me, Paolo, Alexi. Glad to be here.
We're glad you're here on the show.
So first, let's talk about the purpose of a resume in general. Many people think its purpose is to get you a job. It's partially true, but the real purpose of a resume is to get an interview. Think of it as an ad, a brochure. Your resume should be designed to showcase your skills and experience in a way that makes the hiring manager wants to talk with you.
A brochure, that's an interesting way of putting it, right? It's like making a poster or a trailer for a movie that makes the people hyped.
Exactly. So how do you create a resume that gets you an interview? Here's what I would recommend. Your resume should highlight the skills and experience that are most relevant to the job. I recommend creating 3 to 4 specific resume.
Alright, I mean, that's solid advice, especially now with the tracking applicant software we have today, right?
Right.
Yeah, big companies get a lot of application over the course of a week or a month, maybe hundreds or thousands. It can be cruel to have someone to go through all of it manually. Most application software will be looking for exact keyword, phrases, matches. So if you have eccentric job title in any of your past position, it's a good idea to change them to a more common term. On the finer points of writing a resume, use a bullet points and don't be afraid to add numbers, data to back up your accomplishments. Bullet points make it easier for a person to read your qualifications, and data backup names provide a lot of credibility to your talent and experience. Lastly, keep it concise and proofread your resume multiple times. You don't want to see a grammar mistake or a typo after sending your application, correct?
I couldn't agree more, Rodney. And honestly, it's one of my biggest fears when sending a professional email.
It's also a massive turnoff if you see a lot of typos in a resume. It just say one thing, you don't pay attention to details.
These have been very insightful notes, Rodney, but we'd like to ask on behalf of our IT applicants listening, how do we adjust our resumes for IT roles?
That's a great question, Alexi. We do check some things in resume for a specific IT roles. First, a section that lists all the relevant technologies you're proficient in, such as programming languages, databases, operating system, and software tools. It gives us a better idea of your capabilities. 2, the projects that you work on. We want to see the details of the technical challenges, the solution you develop, and the effect it had on the company. We want to know if you have real-world experience. Lastly, certification and training that shows your expertise in a particular technology or methodology. These are great to have, but it shows us one of the most important skills required in the IT field, the desire to constantly learn and improve.
Alright, I hope everyone has a pen and paper and taking notes of these great tips.
Right, and thank you, Rodney, for great pieces of advice. And to our viewers, we hope you will learn something significant today that you can use when you apply at iSupport Worldwide.
Any last words for our viewers regarding IT tech roles?
I do have actually, Paula. Make sure to research the company beforehand and then make sure to get most recent job description.
Right. Thank you, Sir Rodney, for the wonderful advice, and we hope to see you again soon here on Tech Talk.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
So if you're looking for a job right now, here's the list of openings that might interest you. So that's it for today's episode of Tech Talk. It sure does feel we learned a lot of things from our guests on how to break into and thrive into the tech industry.
Yes, we've learned from the experiences of our tech manager himself, Sir Ra. We've also learned how to make changes in our CV from Sir Rodney. And we've learned what generative AI can do for SEO and content marketing from Sir Brian.
Right, partner. So we hope those prove helpful when you apply at iSupport worldwide.
We are also encouraging people with tech experience to join us in our monthly virtual career fair. We are excited to provide you with many tech-related openings, and with the power of same-day processing during those career fairs, we are sure to make sure that your dream tech career will come fast.
Before we end this episode of Tech Talk, we want to keep you up to date with the latest job opportunities as early as possible. So please do follow our social media channels, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Our social media team is open to your questions regarding the open tech roles we have in iSupport worldwide. You can find the links to our channels on the comments below, or you can find the QR codes to our channels on the screen.
We also have our online communities on Telegram and Viber, which contains more career development tips and well-detailed summaries of our urgent roles. You can find the links on our channels on the comments below, or you can find the QR codes to our channels on the screen.
So that's it for this episode of Tech Talk.
See you next time!